first of all, congratulations. You all are so amazing in this movie, and it was such a joy to watch all of you. Kate, I want to start with you because you sort of start the movie off because your voice is the voiceover and the narration that sort of threads throughout the movie. I know this wasn't originally the case, and it was going to be Ben Whishaw. I was wondering how it sort of felt being asked to do that and having that sort of responsibility of being the thing that threads the movie.
I mean, I think it's honestly one of the best, I want to say compliment, but I don't think that's the word I want to use. But it's like the just
Honor?
yeah, it's the biggest honor in the world to be asked to do that, especially by the incredible Sarah Polley. And out of everyone in this cast, I was kind of just flabbergasted that she asked me. And it just felt so incredibly special. And I wanted to do her work because she put so much work into writing Autje's voiceover lines because they were different than what Ben was originally gonna say. And she put so much effort and love into those lines, and I really just wanted to put as much work as I could into doing them justice. So
Well, you definitely did. It was very, very incredible. Speaking of Sarah Polley, Liv, I know that you sort of connected with her after directing a short film, which is so amazing. I kind of want to know what you learned as a filmmaker from being directed by someone like her.
I learned so much. It was a phenomenal experience. Like the more than I will get from any university or film school, like just being completely immersed in the work and her technique. And like I would just watch her 24/7, just at any point, just like watch her talk to people, watch how she like conducts the room, how she works the room, how she makes things happen. I would often hang out after cut and just like watch them set up the next shot, and I would go and talk to the DP and go to talk to Sarah and be like, what are we doing next? Like, how are we going to do this? Like, if this person is talking to this person across the room and it's like a circle formation, like how are we going to do this like point of access or like action access wise. It was just like I felt like I took so much away from it, and I put a lot of that learning into my own work now because I'm still making films. I'm still a film student. Yeah.
Michelle, I feel like your character sort of serves as a bridge in a way between the adults and the kids, and is sort of in that in-between space between like adulthood and adolescence still. Is that kind of how you saw it and approached it as well?
Yeah, it's funny. At first it kind of developed into that way. And you're right. It was a great gap in between because I do feel like she was still in her more juvenile state, but also she's on the cusp of becoming the matriarch of her own family and using the experience. But she's watching her mom and she's watching her sister and she's seeing her nieces and she's seeing everything, and she's trying to make a decision of how she's going to tackle that and who she's going to step in, like what shoes she's going to step into. But it's also very daunting because there's such change happening now. So she's stuck in between the older world where she's just now getting quote unquote the freedom to be a woman, but then that freedom is now developing into something that's even bigger than herself, and it's breaking all of what she had known before, and she now has to just like everyone else define who she's going to be afterwards. So it's a bridge between generations, but it's also a journey for her to find herself amongst these women, because we're all going to go set up somewhere else and then find our place within that. And I think she's going to go to her new beginning a lot stronger.
Yeah, 100%. And something else I really loved about your character was that we sort of got to touch on mental health in a way, and how like trauma can really sort of manifest itself into like physical responses. Was that something that felt very important for you to sort of portray as well?
Yes, 100%. I think that mental health needs to be talked about so much more, and people need to understand that it is something that happens to people. It's all part of their being an emotional being, and the more we talk about it, the more understanding we have, and the more validated you can feel experiencing these things. Because I think anxiety is, a secret agent. It pops in so many different ways, in so many different forms, from so many different triggers. And the more we can understand how to care for ourselves and our anxiety in order to process trauma, the more we can start having those conversations that make it more, to make it realized that it is common and you're not alone.
Very, very well said. I really, really love that. Something else I love about this movie is that all the characters do have such depth and really get their moments to shine. I'm curious, if you could play any other character in this movie, who would you want to sort of sink your teeth into besides your own character?
Oh, I want Salome so bad.
I was gonna say
I want to
Ona.
play Marike.
Yeah. I see you from Rike. I want to say Ona so bad.
I love Claire Foy when she was like angry and kicking a bucket. And
That's
every
a fun
time
scene
she,
to do.
when she did
That
that,
looks fun.
I was like,
Mhm.
yeah. And as an actor, I had to contain myself. Internally, as Michelle, I was like, get it, like kick that bucket. So I feel that. I feel that.
That's amazing. I really also love,
Ona's not angry.
Well, no, Ona's fine.
yeah, we really have the range of emotions on display,
Yeah.
which is so great. And one of the emotions that is kind of unexpected, I feel like, is the fact that there is a lot of comedy throughout, and are these moments of really effective humor. And a lot of them, I think, come from you all's characters. Can you talk a little bit about playing, maybe some of the lighter moments juxtaposed next to these very, dark, serious issues?
I mean, I think having lighter moments is really important in films like this because it helps to highlight and make the darker moments way more emotional and just way more impactful. And I think especially with this film, the Mennonite women that Sarah met with made it really clear that it was important to have humor and laughter in the room because they were saying that when Mennonite women gather together without the men, there's a lot of laughter and there's a lot of touching and physical contact. And Sarah really, really tried to highlight that, I think, and she did a wonderful job of it. So,
Well, thank you all so much. It was such a pleasure getting to speak to you, and I can't wait for everyone to see the movie.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.